Hi, I'm in between sessions. We're doing another episode on Drop the Rock, and I just thought I'd take a moment here to do a quick little video and show you what is going on here. A couple of months ago, I created a new Facebook group called Drop the Rock, second edition, and Drop the Rock, the Ripple Effect. The group purpose is to go through the text, Drop the Rock, removing character defects, and then to move on and go through Drop the Rock, the Ripple Effect, the second book. What I found in my own recovery is that step 6, there's very little said about it in the big book, of course, people know. And even in the 12 and 12, the description about dealing with our character defects seemed to leave a lot short in terms of being able to actually accomplish something with that particular step. See that I knew exactly what I was being taught to do, and then applying what it is that I was being taught to do, and actually seeing the effect of my cause, of my change. So in alcoholism, with any other problem, if I'm working on the problem, I'm always separated from my cause, myself. I'm working on something that isn't existing anymore, isn't in real time and real space anymore, is simply in memory, is simply called up into the present, as if it exists. It doesn't actually exist. Only the present right now is truly, really here, truly, really available for us to do something with. And it's only in this moment, therefore, that we can receive the healing of releasing ourselves from our character defects, turning them over to the God of our understanding, and receiving through a peaceful, serene, contemplative approach in ritual, in prayer, in meditation, and in cleansing through step 6, through step 7, into step 10, and always continuing along using the power of the 6th step, the 7th step, the 10th step, and all of the steps as they are sort of hollow, fractal, inclusive in all of the steps. So the Drop the Rock second edition helps to unlock the metaphysics of AA, and helps, in fact, to do so in such a way as that we don't even realize that we're dealing with the metaphysics of reality. So I'm inviting you to come along, take a journey into Drop the Rock with me and my partner, Irene, as we read through the text and as we talk about the text in everyday terms, AA everyday terms, that is, anyway. And as we discover our strengths and weaknesses, our character defects, our flaws, our worries, our concerns, our frustrations, our bitterness, and so on and so forth, some of that sometimes gets revealed too. And we learn that, in fact, we can uncover the truth about our awareness as it's uninterrupted. As we are the cause of ourselves, we can begin to get in touch with that and begin to learn how to accept the peace of God's will into our lives in peace, in joy, in loving concern for each other. We learn to do these things together. So I'm going through the book, the Drop the Rock book. Some of you may or may not be familiar with the Drop the Rock book. I just hit the wrong thing. Let me think while I do this. Here I am. Here's the Drop the Rock book. I have it on Kindle. Irene and I actually go through the text together, reading it as we go, from the prefix, which starts out with a story, a kind of ridiculous story, really, about an AA group. They decided to go out on a boating adventure, and they left behind one of their members, and she decides to dive in and swim out to catch up with that group. And we go through that introduction where they talk about that story, and then they talk about how the story actually relates to us in real life, and how, in fact, we discover in real life that in order for us to receive the help of the program, that we have to learn how to help ourselves, but we have to learn how to do that in conjunction with others. In the process here of in recovery, we try to take the opposite of our character defects and shortcomings and turn them into principles. It turns out it's really handy to have other people that are going through the same process. It doesn't matter what level too much, really. This is not an advanced metaphysics class. This is a metaphysics class for anybody It's a metaphysics class for I would say for dummies, but we're not dummies. This is a metaphysics class for those that are tired of unhappiness, those that want to see the promise of happy, joyous, and free, and they want to be tuned into that all the time. That's what this process is all about. And we believe, in fact, together that we can do that and accomplish that in our lives, and we believe that we can share that in our stories about the 6th step, and then later on about the 7th step, and then later on about using the 6th and 7th step and the 10th step, and beginning to discover that all of the steps are hollow fractal inclusive in all of the steps. So that's what this is about. And I welcome you to come and join in the Facebook group. It's called Drop the Rock 2nd edition, Drop the Rock, the Ripple Effect. You'll find it on Facebook. And in Facebook, you'll see that, in fact, that I have only just sort of begun to put this into there. We're into episode 6 or 7 on our shares of the book, and we're still in step 6, and we have step 7 to go, and we have a whole nother book as well to go. So there'll be plenty of material there. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you soon at Drop the Rock. Signing off.